join us on that. You can see the live radar that I'm looking at this time. But again, severe thunderstorm warnings are what we are seeing at this time. Really not a whole lot in the way of rotation. We've got some lowering clouds headed for the Waco-Asbury areas there, 171, just northwest of Carl Junction, about to cross the Kansas-Missouri border, but nothing to warrant a tornado warning, nothing to even warrant a tornado possible tag at this time, but it is something we're in collaboration with the National Weather Service at this time, just moment by moment keeping you up to date with the very latest as these severe storms push through the KZRG listening area. So again, we are live on News Talk KZRG's Facebook page. We are live on the News Talk KZRG YouTube channel as well. If you'd like to see the radar that I'm staring at, getting all of the towns and the roads and the areas that are in the path of this severe thunderstorm warning, that is the place to be. So I do think we're going to see several more warnings. I don't know if we'll get any tornado warnings or not. We're going to have to just see how the storms interact with the environments, but the National Weather Service says it's still very ripe for storms to maintain if they can maintain a supercell structure, so if they can essentially stay discrete, stay by themselves without getting messy. You're hearing the term messy. These storms are kind of messy. There's just a lot of updrafts, a lot of convection going up right now, and storms that are trying to rotate really don't like that. So if storms can actually hang out by themselves and get ahead of the front and get ahead of other lines, we can possibly see some that are trying to rotate. But we've got some gusty winds moving into Asbury and Waco, 171 between Carl Junction and Pittsburgh. Not a fun place to be driving at this time. We are seeing a hail spike head right into the cities of Asbury and Waco there. CJ, it looks like you are going to fortunately miss out on this hail spike. Nobody's complaining about that. But Webb City, Oronogo, north side of Joplin, Zora, and north Carthage, you're in this severe thunderstorm warning, but this storm is the current track. It's going to track just to your west-northwest. So that is some good news for at least the larger cities there. I do think maybe Oronogo, Highway 96 could be affected, especially near Highway 43, but those areas near Galesburg, Waco, Asbury, Tucker's Corner, Nashville, up Highway 43, those are the areas where I do think that are going to be affected by this hail, which did do considerable damage to places in the city of Columbus. That was reported from some Columbus firefighters who said they had some trees and some power lines down as well. This is 4:50 here in the KZRG 24-hour storm center, broadcasting live on the stations of Zimmer Marketing. It's Ty Albright following these storms for you. And again, really not much in the way of rotation. Some low-level, maybe mid-level rotation is very weak. Right over Asbury and Waco. But really the main concern there is the hail spike that we're seeing. So hail damage to your car, to your roof, very possible with this storm. But really Joplin, if you're in Joplin wondering, are you going to be affected by the storm? Nope. It's going to stay northwest of Joplin at this time, so that's some good news. The only storm we're watching right now for Joplin to maybe have to worry about is a storm east of Bartlesville, north of Nowata, south of Coffeyville. Storm is trying to tighten up just a bit, and it's moving northeast, so it could also be a problem for areas in southeast Kansas, but it's just still a little far west for us to maintain exactly where it's going to go at this time. But we have had some very gusty winds reported just northwest of Carl Junction. So if you're in Asbury and Waco, you are getting the brunt of this storm at this time. Again, severe thunderstorm warning, though. Considerable damage threat, golf ball size hail. That is what we're keeping an eye on. And it's a tornado watch until 9 o'clock tonight. So I've got some other storms in southeast Kansas I want to tell you about. Fort Scott, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Areas around Erie, you're also seeing up to quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with the strongest part of the storm that's pushing through there. But it looks like that storm I was talking about near Nowata in Bartlesville, it looks like rotation's increasing there. It's a massive looking storm. Seeing a picture of it from a tower cam in Tulsa, and it is a big thunder boomer. So we want to keep an eye on that storm, getting a new radar scan on it now. Nowata is south of Coffeyville in southeast Kansas, and this storm is moving northeast at about 50 miles per hour. So if it can if it can try to track a little farther east than what it is now, that'd be something that the Joplin Metro needs to keep an eye on. But for now, it's not really too big of a concern for any of us right now. But it's something we're going to watch for this next hour, maybe hour and a half. So severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Northern half of Jasper County doesn't include Joplin. At least downtown Joplin, it's skirting across the north side of Carl Junction, just northwest of Oronogo, north of Webb City. It's going to go northwest of Carthage as well. So at least some of the bigger towns will not be impacted by this hail that Asbury and Waco are getting, and what city of Columbus, Kansas got as well. So actually, I'm going to send our radio listeners back to regular programming. We're going to continue live weather coverage on News Talk KZRG. That's FM 102.9 if you're in and around Joplin. It's also AM 1310 if you're a little farther away from the metro and can't get it. You can also download the Zimmer Storm Center app. You can also check out News Talk KZRG on YouTube or the Facebook page and see exactly what I'm looking at and get continuing coverage there. If any of these storms ramp up again, though, and it's pertinent information for you to know, if there's some rotation that ticks up, we will come back on all stations. But for now, like I said, go to News Talk KZRG for continuing coverage on the severe weather that we're seeing this afternoon. Also, just a reminder, we've also got an enhanced risk of severe storms on Friday. So we got a break tomorrow, but we're going to want to keep an eye out for Friday as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind to make sure that you have a weather plan just in case there are warnings like this that are being issued. But again, I'm rambling. So for now, I'll get you back to regular programming. Tune into News Talk KZRG for more severe weather coverage.
This severe weather update from studios of News Talk KZRG and Zimmer Marketing is sponsored by New Mac Electric, proudly serving Southwest Missouri for over 80 years. New Mac Electric.
News Talk KZRG, continuing our severe weather coverage in the 24-hour storm sensor. Ty Albright here. It's 4:54. We are streaming live, of course, on the radio, on YouTube, on Facebook. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for parts of Jasper County and Cherokee County at this time. Asbury, Waco, those are the areas getting impacted by hail. Galesburg, Tucker's Corner, Nashville, Opolis, those areas as well. I don't see much in the way of rotation. There's just a little bit trying to get going that passed over 171, but honestly, nothing that's too concerning at the moment that I would be, I said concerning again, but concerned enough to warrant some sort of rotation at this time. But I do believe that we're going to continue to see the chance for storms that are going to at least try to rotate. It's trying. Again, this storm is trying near Asbury and Waco. It's just having a really hard time of getting going at this time, but it is something that could ramp up at any moment, and we'll be here to watch it for you moment by moment, radar scan by radar scan, using things like the KZRG Eye in the Sky, which we will pull up now. If you are watching on the KZRG YouTube or Facebook, you can see that it's currently pointed northwest. I'm going to kind of point it more towards the Carl Junction area, because we do have some broad rotation with that storm near Asbury and Waco, but it's just really cloudy here in the four states. We saw some sunshine. We thought maybe that sunshine was going to be able to ramp the instability up, and it kind of did a little bit, but not enough to at least get anything rotating so far. So at least for Joplin, we have been lucky, at least in that aspect. So as you can see on the KZRG Eye in the Sky, just overcast skies. So you can see the clouds are moving very, very quickly. So that is something that shows our low-level jet is pumping. So that's what's going to keep these rotating storms, give them a chance to spin. So we'll continue to follow for you as we progress towards the 5 o'clock hour. And anywhere in between. We don't think this is going to be as late of a night as it was last night. Hopefully everything's out of here by 8 or 9, but it just depends on storm evolution. And if it's a messy mode, you've got a less chance for rotating storms, but get a new radar scan here on the right side of your screen. If you are looking live at the KZRG YouTube, you'll see the velocity scan, the red and the greens. That's where winds going one way meet up with winds going another way, and that's what you look for when you got rotating storms. There's a little bit there east of Asbury and Waco, headed for Highway 43 near Tucker's Corner, but nothing too concerning. Like I said, I really want to watch this storm near Nowata. That'll be headed towards, let's say, Highway 10 west of Welch, southwest of Chatopa over the next hour or so. Really want to watch that. That's the storm that we need to keep an eye on next because it's kind of out there by itself a little bit. It's going to be moving into some atmosphere that might have been overworked, but we'll see if the atmosphere can recover. It'll be very interesting to see how these storms evolve over the next little bit. So if you look at your screen here, you can see all this lightning near Delaware. You see this hail spike near Delaware. The rotation just got a little more broad in this. So that's some good news there on that storm. But again, it could be recycling. It could be just trying to get going. It could be trying to tap into parts of the atmosphere. But there's a lot of storms that are trying to go up. The more storms that are getting going could hamper storm energy. So that's something you want to see if you don't want to see storms. But I think, okay, if you're listening on radio, we'll get you your 5 o'clock Fox News update here in just a moment. You can download the Zimmer Storm Center app and also join us on the News Talk KZRG Facebook and YouTube. We'll come back on air if need be, if there's a warning that warrants that. But for now, we'll get you back to regular programming on News Talk KZRG. I'm Ty Albright, live from the KZRG 24-hour Storm Center.
This severe weather update from studios of News Talk KZRG and Zimmer Marketing is sponsored by New Mac Electric, proudly serving Southwest Missouri for over 80 years. New Mac Electric, your touch-tone energy partner. Zimmer Marketing and News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. Service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 5 o'clock.
Rejected again. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox.
Hello, KZRG followers, Facebook followers. Gonna hang out with you and see how these storms evolve and just kind of watch it. And if we've got anything that looks concerning, we will see how it goes. National Weather Service in Tulsa says not much change on the environment. The axis of moderate to strong instability southwest to northeast, central to northeast Oklahoma, along and northeast, or along and north, excuse me, of I-44. Low-level convergence strengthening, wind shift noted. So storms are going to continue to develop in this area with through 7 o'clock. Occasional strong, intense updrafts and severe weather, mainly large hail. But storms are kind of a little disorganized at the moment, so it's pretty messy. You'll hear the word messy a lot. There's a lot of storms, a lot of things going on. Oh, sorry, my mic was scratching my shirt. I didn't even notice it. I'm on Facebook. I'm not on air, but you want me to like... You could probably make it to Pittsburgh now. The hail spike went to 69, like went over Highway 69, but it's like, I think if you go now, you have a window where it might not be too bad.
Okay, and then will you try to write down?
Yeah.
And then you can even text them to me because I can do it tonight if it's a lot.
Okay, I can always.
Really good.
Thank you, appreciate it. Have a good night. Thanks, Ted, for letting me know I got your text here. It was scratching my shirt. But I should be good on. I got a big old jug of water here that's off screen. So, but again, we're going to continue to follow this storm here. It looks like large hail is the main threat right now. Gusty winds every now and then, as we saw the city of Columbus had some considerable hail go do some damage in town. There may be some moments of silence here, but really I'll keep this radar up as I'm kind of perusing through a bunch of different information just to get you the latest info from the National Weather Service. But these are just really severe thunderstorms right now. So focus shifting to Nowata County, another supercell approaching far southeast Labette County. Looks like the Jasper County storm has weakened a bit, may lower the hail size below golf balls if that trend continues. So that's some good news for areas north of Carthage and south of Lamar. Still a little bit of broad rotation in there, but headed towards Jasper. Jasper, you may miss out on the heaviest of the hail. So again, if you are tuning in just now, kind of hanging out, watching these storms, get you a little bit of a broad overview. Let's just see what we're dealing with. We got some tornado warning there south of Des Moines in Iowa. These storms stretch all the way from Iowa, southern Wisconsin, down into Texas. Right now, though, Joplin's been lucky. The city of Joplin's been lucky and not had to deal with the hail that Columbus had to deal with. And really, the I-44 corridor has kind of been split by some storms that are going up southwest of Tulsa and the storms that have been going up near Bartlesville and Nowata that have pushed through. But again, we're going to watch this one. If I'm in Welch, if I'm in Blue Jacket, if I'm in Chitopa, I'm watching this storm north of Nowata. I have not pulled up the Facebook page here in a minute, so I'm probably missing a bunch of comments. Probably asking about your exact locations. Let me take a look. Sorry if my shirt scratches the mic. I might accidentally do that a few times. Carl's chilling right now, Maddie. Like I said, that storm, you got pretty lucky with not having to deal with the hail there. But if you're in Carl, I want to watch this storm near Nowata and see how it develops. It's just kind of looking a little wonky at this time. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll just be kind of hanging out, giving you the updates that you need. So they've continued that severe thunderstorm warning there in Nowata. It looks like ping pong ball size hail. 5 miles southeast of Lenapaw, moving northeast to 50, ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So a lot of people are going to be asking, like, time frame wise. Let's see if we can get a storm track on this. So if that's the track that it takes here, it could be in Chautauqua in 33 minutes, Columbus by about 5:50, Galena in about an hour, Joplin maybe by 6:20. So if that's the way this storm currently tracks, get times here. Yeah, 6:17. Kind of see how that ends up going. So give me just a second and I will be right back. All right, so we do have, why is this? I got a stain on my shirt. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Craig County, Newata County. This storm that we're tracking that could be making its way towards Joplin by 6:10, 6:20. This storm's trying to move a little bit farther east, so this could be something Galena, Baxter, Riverton needs to watch out for. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, half-dollar size hail. Moving northeast now at 45. Let's do another storm track on it. Take it northeast. Let's do 45. Yeah, so by Galena, Baxter 605, Galena 613, Joplin 620-ish for this storm that's in northeast Oklahoma. Yeah, the core of the storm will be in Chautauqua here in about 30 to 45 minutes. Something we want to watch here in the KZRG 24-hour storm center. So we want to watch this storm. Hail spike though on Highway 10 west of Welch, kind of a rural area there of Craig County. I'm going to mute this mic so I can fix it. There we go. All right, so again, we're watching the hail spike. This is northeast Oklahoma. This is going to be south of Coffeyville, south of Chautauqua. It's moving towards Chautauqua again, moving towards parts of Cherokee County. Once again, we got to watch and see how it evolves over the next little bit. Oops. Let's check back on our Jasper County, Barton County storm. Hail headed right to the northwest side of Jasper, maybe the south side of Lamar. Not as much lightning on that storm, but there is still some hail with it. It's looking pretty nasty, at least cloud-wise, but nothing tornadic. Fort Scott had some hail. These storms are tracking up towards 49 north of Nevada. But flash flooding is going to be a problem for where these storms continue to train, because some of them are kind of going over the same areas, it looks like. Let's see what our current chances are for rotating storms. We're still going to have a chance for rotating storms through about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, at least for Joplin. So unfortunately, we've got to keep our eyes on it and keep watching it. Getting some pea-sized hail south Coffeyville. And the main brunt of the storm over Highway 10 in a rural part of Craig County west of Welch. So people are asking and wondering about like all of tonight for Joplin. I think really the storm Joplin's got to worry about for tornadic activities. This one, and right now it's just a hail maker. See if there's any type of rotation in it. It's very disorganized. But these storms should still redevelop behind this line and congeal into some sort of larger cluster, kind of like what we saw last night. So there could be severe thunderstorm warnings later. So they're continuing this severe thunderstorm warning. We're watching for Nowata, east of Nowata. West of Welch, ahead towards Chautauqua. Golf ball size hail again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and hopefully that doesn't take the same track over Columbus, because Columbus had some considerable damage reported from the storm that rolled through there earlier. So while we've kind of got some downtime waiting to see what this storm does, let's take a look at the latest radar scan. Still a hail spike there near Banzet and Hollow. These are small towns north of Highway 10, west of Welch, and they'll be headed towards Chautauqua-ish. Well, let's see where that tracks, but some hail damage there for anybody in that path. Still some hail northeast of Jasper, Highway 49 or I-49 headed towards Golden City. But let's take a look at our threat for Friday. There is an enhanced risk for Friday. The day 3. These colors are really messy here. Turn that off, but we are in the enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms on Friday. Right now, today, we're in the 2 out of 5, so just kind of give you a for reference there. Turn these alerts off, but you can kind of see the evolution of these storms. We've got a great day up on tap for us tomorrow. But then Friday afternoon, if we can get any type of strong to severe thunderstorm that develops ahead of a cold front and a dry line, it could be an all hazards risk Friday afternoon and evening before the cold front comes through overnight Friday into early Saturday and brings with it much cooler temps and rain. But then next week we've got pretty good break from the rain and active weather pattern. But again, we're going to have to watch Friday because there will be chances, as this will be the supercell composite, so when you see the brighter colors, that's where areas really there's a lot of storm fuel that'll be there between Wichita and Oklahoma City, but we'll still have enough to get storms going Friday. We'll just see where they form. Watching this hail spike west of Welch, should go maybe just to the northwest of Welch, but could track into southeast Kansas again. Chautauqua, Baxter, Columbus, Riverton, Galena, maybe. We'll have to keep watching that over the next hour. Right now, though, we've been lucky. The city of Joplin's been lucky. Nothing could split us. Some storms that try to get going here near Veneta, a little updraft trying to get going, but very early in its lifespan, so we'll see if it can intensify or if it just peters out as it heads towards the area. The scratching is bothering you. Take the shirt off. Iceman, I just saw your comment. Joplin's risk, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing some of these comments. I'm really bad at remembering to look at the Facebook page, and I got so many screens in front of me. But that's the thing, is it just depends on storm track. These storms are so scattered that, Joplin, we're going to see some rain at some point, but this storm here and these that are going up right now are going to be our best chance to see anything rotate. So I think anything rotating would be before 7 or 8, and then it kind of congeals into one of those lines that we always see with damaging wind threats. New warnings coming out for Stockton Lake area. The storm that's moving through Jasper and Barton, headed towards Golden City. A lot of hail, Highway 126 between I-49 and the Golden City. Greenfield, Lockwood, you'll be under a severe thunderstorm warning, probably Jericho Springs, Stockton Lake, Stockton. And unfortunately for Columbus, Chetopa, the hail core looks like it's tracking right towards you again. So there's some little storms trying to merge in here. We'll see how these interact. But you can see these little showers that start popping up and are going to merge into these cells. So we'll just have to watch and see how they interact with the main storm. So again, new severe thunderstorm warning I was just talking about. They've officially issued the text for that. Severe thunderstorm warning southeast Barton, northeastern Jasper, and all of Dade counties in southwest Missouri. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Ping pong ball size hail being reported with that. Brunt of the storm headed for Golden City. Highway 126, Highway 160 corridor. Lockwood, you'll see some of this as well. Arcola, Stockton Lake. I'm going to take a look at some of the meso-analysis here off screen. So some of these short-range models still have storms rolling through over the next several hours, redeveloping behind it because the dry line, the boundary essentially that's firing these storms off, isn't really moving. So we could see redevelopment. I'm not sure exactly how strong those will be. I don't think they'll be all that tornadic. Really, the hail spike on this storm in the last scan's kind of gone away, and I just don't see anything that's rotating at this time. So that's some good news. I mean, it's, there's some mid-level rotation that's trying, but it's just nothing that's too concerning. Let's look at the KZRG eye in the sky. This is from our studios at 32nd Range Line, pointed currently to the northwest. So that's 32nd Street right there. I'm going to shift it farther north a little bit. See some of those downpours. Yeah, you'll start to see 32nd and Range Line here in the Food for Less parking lot. Keep this view facing northeast. This will be facing Webb and Carthage from our view. Looks like 2+ inches of rain fell over Cherokee to Barton counties from the storm that's over Barton and Jasper right now. Localized flooding, especially if the storms continue to track in the area that they are or the same. Flash flooding, again a concern where these areas of storms continue to train. Joplin, I mean, we're starting to see some more updrafts, some more convection get going, more rain, more storms trying to form, but it's really, really messy, which means there's just a lot of things, a lot of different storms going. We'll see how they interact, but these little showers going near Veneta, aft into Miami. See how they interact with this storm that's had this big hail spike that's kind of going away, luckily, as it gets closer to Chautauqua. So that's good news for people in Chautauqua and Columbus and central parts of Cherokee County that got a lot of hail from earlier. I'm just not overly concerned with some of these storms right now. And again, Joplin, I think I'm going to take a break, get some food, make sure, kind of reassess the situation here. If any of these storms tick back up and look concerning, sorry, I was on the, here, but if any of these storms look concerning, I'll probably start the stream again. But right now, they're just kind of, good old thunderstorms. Again, this is the one we're watching, headed towards Chautauqua. We'll watch some of these updrafts go near aft into Miami and head up I-44. If they can get strong or severe, I'll come back on. But for now, I will take a break, charge up my mic, and charge up my mouse, and charge up my stomach. And we will be live again if need be. So, Zimmer Storm Center app, the best place for you to get live updates, radar, warnings, watches, everything sent right to you as it happens. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning is going to continue. Tornado watch till 9. Also have a severe weather threat Friday we need to be aware of. That Dalton will not be here during the night, so that'll make it a pain in my butt to try to do anything live if I have to on the fly. But we'll get you through it. Anyway, if any of these storms tick back up, we'll come back live on Facebook and YouTube. But for now, we'll let you go. Thanks to Millwood Company Roofing.